Hi and welcome to another edition of Talking Treasures with me, Ben Miller, the Assistant Curator of Ceramics here at the Potteries Museum and Art Gallery. Today you join me in the Ceramics Reserve collection, standing next to this case here, full of wonderful Buller's studio pottery. So join me and let's learn more about this fascinating story of one of Britain's best loved studio potteries. The story of Buller's art studio starts with the creative visionary Gordon Forsyth. Forsyth's vision as the Superintendent of Art Education in Stoke-on-Trent was to improve links between the art schools and industry. The art schools would help to foster talented new artists who would, in turn, go off to work in the various creative industries across the potteries. As manufacturers of ceramic insulators used in telegraphy and the production and distribution of electrical power, the company Buller's might not have seemed the obvious match for Forsyth and the students of his schools of art. However, the fact that Buller's used a high-firing porcelain clay for their insulators attracted Forsyth to the company. During the early 1930s, Buller's helped with the installation of a high-firing kiln at the Burslem School of Art, whilst providing generous quantities of their clay body and glazes to the school for students to use. By 1934, Buller's has established their own art pottery studio. Persuaded to do so by Forsyth, he likewise suggested the studio's first manager, Anne Potts. Just 16 years old when appointed, Anne Potts was a student of the Burslem School of Art, where she impressed tutors with both her potting skills and maturity. The staff of Buller's art studio consisted of a small team of young studio potters, assisted by Buller's own glaze chemist Guy Harris and thrower Fred Weir, both extremely experienced and talented in their own right. Anne Potts' early production included rolled clay figures, very much in the style of the ones she and other Burslem School of Art students made under the tutorship of William Rusco. Buller's art studio potter John Cottrell produced a variety of shapes using stoneware as opposed to the typical porcelain body, decorated with wonderful dark glazes developed by Guy Harris. As well as figures and ornamental wares, a range of cast tablewares was produced by the studio during the 1930s. These include mugs, glazed in fashionably bold colours, similar to those used by Keith Murray for Wedgwood. In 1939, Anne Potts married and left her position as manager of Buller's art studio. With the onset of the war, the company made the decision to close the studio indefinitely. The closure did not last for long, however, as the ever-determined Gordon Forsyth was able to convince Buller's to reopen the studio under the management of Anita Hoy. Anita was a young Danish potter who found herself stranded in England when war broke out in 1939. Her experience as a potter brought her to the attention of Forsyth, who, on learning that she trained at the Royal Danish Academy's School of Arts and Crafts and worked as a studio potter, immediately recommended her as a replacement for Anne Potts. A team of young potters was once again assembled and, working alongside experienced Buller's staff, worked to produce a wide range of experimental wares. Gordon Forsyth himself embraced the opportunity to get creative at the studio. Anita Hoy herself set out to produce a range of oven-to-table wares using the Buller's electrical porcelain body. The range of wares turned out to be a commercial hit for the company and was sold through well-known London retailers such as Heal's. The Buller's art studio remained an active and industriously creative hub for over a decade, offering Stoke-on-Trent School of Art pupils and others the opportunity to put creativity above profit. However, the changing face of the industry and of the Buller's company itself meant that by 1950 the viability of the studio was in question. In 1952, Buller's management made the decision to close the studio. The story of Buller's art studio is an unlikely one, but one that really captures the spirit of people like Gordon Forsyth, who strove to bring the worlds of art and industry closer together. The people, stories and pots that came out of Buller's art studio are a wonderful legacy and testament to his vision. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening to that story about the Buller's art studio. Make sure to join us again for another Talking Treasures.